Hey, Conrad.
Hmm?
Who do you think would win a fight between the Thing and the Incredible Hulk?
I'm not having this discussion with you again, Justin.
What do you mean you're not having this discussion? We have this discussion all the time.
Every time you ask me who would win and who fight, you just argue Batman.
No, I swear I'm not going to do it this time. I actually really want to know. I've been thinking about it. I've been running it through my head. I really would like to know what you think.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
Well, this doesn't take a genius to know that the Thing is made out of rock, and although he can lift 100,000 tons, he's made out of rock. How many rocks has the Hulk smashed?
Makes sense. Because, when I was going through it in my head, I was thinking where they would, make their biggest mistake. And my biggest mistake that they would make is not having the battle in New York, but rather in Gotham and Batman.
I hate you.
I'm Batman.
You're not Batman!
What's up, geeks? Welcome out to episode 10 of Lifted Geek News.
Episode 10!
At double digits. We've made it. We've gone that far. We got some exciting news stories for you this week. Some new casting choices from the DC movie camp.
Harry Potter might be having a new movie trilogy coming out.
And Google is stepping into the console gaming space for some reason that makes no sense to me. Yeah, like he said. Anyways, Lifted Geek News coming right at you. Be any more excited? Netflix announced starting January 1st, all 10 seasons, 236 episodes of the Emmy Award-winning sitcom Friends will be coming to their streaming service. This is some pretty big news and further increases the value Netflix will have in my life, though I do have all 10 seasons on DVD, and I can honestly say that I've seen every episode multiple times to the point that I'm quoting them. I know we'll be right there on January 1st, getting my Friends fix when it starts streaming. So geeks, our fans and friends out there, what was your favorite Friends episode? Tell us in the comments, and if you've been a Friends fan, you might get the fact that Paper Snow a Ghost is a reference to my favorite episode.
Looks like Professor Zoom could make his CW debut sooner than we expect. Thanks to some leaked on-set photos of Stuntman during a fight scene, some clear photographs of the CW-verse Professor Zoom show the character in a suit much like Grant Gustin's, but sporting a yellow-black-red motif. In the comics, Zoom is Eobard Thawne, a man from the 25th century so obsessed with the Flash that he goes back in time to be the Scarlet Speedster's arch-nemesis. No news yet which episode we expect Zoom to make his debut in, but our guess it'll be around the fall finale.
In more Flash news, this time in the movie front, Ezra Miller was announced as the man behind the mask for the big screen adaptation of The Flash, set to appear in the Justice League film and in his own standalone Flash film coming 2018. Now, I'm a fan of his work, but honestly, I wouldn't say he was my first choice to play Barry Allen. Honestly, because I'm still kind of torn and I wanted Ryan Gosling to be Barry Allen. But anyways, I was skeptical of Grant Gustin for the CW series in the beginning, but now I love the guy in the role. Only time will tell how the perks of being a wallflower actor will do as the Scarlet Speedster. What do you think about this DC casting choice?
Google steps into the microconsole race, unveiling their Android-powered Nexus console. Primed to compete with other microconsoles like the laughable Ouya and the lacking fanfare PlayStation TV. While initial specs are impressive, touting a 1.8 GHz quad-core processor with a gig of RAM, could Google be making a mistake, entering an already competitive space to go the less sought-after microconsole route?
As expected, another generation of Apple tablets is coming to consumers. Announced at a live event, the Big A unveiled the iPad Air 2 and the iPad Mini 3. While there are some considerable tweaks under the hood for the iPad Air 2, the iPad Mini 3 looks to have only the fingerprint scanner added, with the remaining specs nearly identical to last year's iPad Mini 2. I'm still using my first-gen iPad Mini, and while I switched over to Android OS from my phone, Apple still has the best tablet in my book. Perhaps I'll pick up an iPad Mini 2 now that it's come down in price. We'll have to see about that.
Tinseltown isn't completely done with the wizarding world of everyone's favorite boy wizard. Warner Brothers announced that the forthcoming spin-off, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, will be at least a trilogy. Warner Brothers CEO Kevin Tsujihara states J.K. Rowling is taking a crack at screenwriting, penning the script from her book that was published back in 2001. Exciting news. Though, with the story being set a good 70-odd years before The Boy That Lived, don't hold your breath for a Daniel Radcliffe cameo.
Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Lifted Geek News. It was our 10th episode, and I wanted to give a special thank you to Arcane Comics and More here in Seattle. All the address and phone numbers and links are going to be down in the show notes. Make sure to check them out. They are my personal comic shop because that's where I go to buy my comics. I love this shop, and these guys are dope. I found some great suggestions from the guys that work here. But before we cut it out, make sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/liftedgeek. Follow us on Twitter. It's at LFTDG33K. The same username can be used for our Instagram. And also, I finally set up a Vine account that has no videos yet. I'll get to that eventually. It's still going to be the at LFTDG33K.
7 seconds of awesome.
I know, gotta love it. Make sure to go to liftedgeek.com, check out our articles, look at our pictures, like our stuff, talk about us, and hey, thanks for helping us get to double-digit episodes. Episode 10, guys. So I can't think of any better way to close it out than you stay frosty, internet.
And get lifted.
Thanks, guys. So 10 episodes. Good job. Good job. You still look kind of mad. Is it the Batman thing?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got your hopes up again about talking about stuff, and Dude, you've known me how long now? You should know that I could say who'd win a fight between Doug Funny and that kid from Recess, and I'd still say Batman.
You know Doug Funny would win.
Oh god, yes he would. He's got a cape and a dog.
I got a conversation! Yeah!
Bye, guys. Paper Snow a Ghost is a reference to my favorite episode.
Hey, did you ever watch Joey? What did you think of Joey?
Shut up.
Did you like that show?
Shut up.
I liked it more than Friends.
Shut up.
I thought it was a better, well thought out, well written show
His sister was hot.
than Friends.
Joseph, do you only like Joey because his name is Joey?
No, I liked it because it was a better show.
I liked it because of boobs.
Joseph? Shut the fuck up.